Hi guys, how are you? Okay, my name is Anna Brenda Vega. I am going to wait until there's a few of us on the live watching at least. The reason for my live today, especially because I'm in Mexico, is because I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about my story, how I applied, what I did. This is my eighth time applying for, I'm sorry, this is my eighth time traveling outside of the US. Once I go back, I, I fly out from Cancun to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So I should be there. No, I'm sorry, at 12. I should be in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow by 7. So let's see. Let's just wait for a few more people. It's the first time I actually use StreamYard, so I'm not a tech savvy, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do my best answering questions. I'm going to go in depth about my story, who I am, how it all started for me. So let's see. Hi, Vanessa. Don't mind my hair, guys. It's been a rough day. It's been how many days now? I've been here for 4. Tomorrow's my 5th. I fly out tomorrow, yeah. So I'll wait a little longer. And because I did say 9 o'clock, so it just turned 9. So we'll wait. I'll introduce myself again. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully everybody can hear me. I have my headphone on. So let's see. And I'm live from Cancun, Mexico. So once there's at least 20 people, I'll go out in depth. So this will be, I believe this is recorded. This will be on YouTube and so on and so forth. Okay. So let me just start now. My name is Anna Brenda Vega. I am 28 years old. I was born in Mexico and I was brought to the US at the age of 5. My mother, obviously with my mother. I've lived in New Jersey for about 21 years. I now live in Florida. And when DACA first came out, I didn't apply. My mom helped me apply because back then I was, I believe, 17, 18. And I thank her every step of the way because I didn't know what DACA was. I didn't know we had options, but that's my current situation. So I am a DACA recipient. Thank God I've never let my DACA expire. I've been blessed enough to like have that opportunity to be able to renew. I know everybody's under different circumstances and situations, so I am very blessed for that. So, advanced parole. The first time I applied for advanced parole, I used a lawyer. Unfortunately, I did not know that um, with a lawyer that I could apply for 365 days with multiple entries. The first time I applied was for humanitarian reasons. My grandmother was really sick, so my lawyer asked for 30 days and one entry. I got approved, but my lawyer was in New Jersey. Long story short, I only had 10 days in Mexico. So, with those 10 days in Mexico, honestly, it felt like really I waited 22 years to go to Mexico. And I was so upset, so devastated because I was like, damn, I really wish I would have known. I found out about Dreamers Together, which now I am a volunteer there. And I found out about the group via TikTok video, and I read the guides, I watched the YouTube videos, I did my research, I did my homework, and I was like, well, let me talk to my lawyer. And I ended up talking to my lawyer, and my lawyer was able to give me my initial application and everything I needed, right? I mean, I applied, renewed my DACA. So I had everything. I had just received my new DACA card, my work permit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it on my own. I'm going to apply. I'm going to just go for it. My reason for applying for AP this time by myself was for dental reasons. And I asked for 365 days and multiple entries, and that's what your girl got. Now, let me tell you what I did. So when it comes to advanced parole, honestly, I wasn't educated on it. I had no idea we could do it. I knew it existed. I knew because of my lawyer, right? But not because I personally had done my homework. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a step back. I took the time to like read each post and I wanted to find my reason why. Why would I be applying? Where would I be applying to? Um, what will be my best bet in order for me to apply and get multiple entries, right? Per year. So my reason was dental. And what I did was I work in a healthcare and I met a dental assistant there and she hooked me up. She was like, hey, um, at my dental place, there's a promotion going on for like $27 or less than $30 where you can get your x-ray screening. I had VIP treatment when I got there. It was a bougie place. But that's what I needed. I needed a quote. I needed to see, like I needed to know exactly what I needed done and the procedure, how long, what's the recovery, do I need surgery, do I need an anesthesiologist, like how much work did I need done and how much it was going to cost me, right? So I end up going to my appointment. Super nice place, high tech. They did X-rays. The specialist was a surgeon because I do need surgery. So she was like, "Listen, I'm gonna go over your X-ray." So she took the time. She went over everything with me, and she was like, "Listen, the other doctor's gonna come in." And she's gonna really go into depth to exactly what we can do here and what we need to do out same day surgery. And I was like, okay, fine. Long story short, it was so high tech, so high end that they ended up having like 3D pictures, virtual pictures, real pictures of what my x-rays looked like, and they took pictures of my teeth. So while it was up on the screen on a projector, I took the time to take pictures. I was like, you know what? Let me take pictures on my own with my cell phone. You name it, I did it. So once I got the quote from the US, what I did was I was like, okay, let me do my research. Let me see what countries I can apply for. Let me see where it's going to be cheaper. Let me see who can help me. Now, I do have family in Mexico. I am from Mexico. I was born in Mexico, but my fiance is from Peru and my mother-in-law lives in Peru. So I said, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. Let me just apply. Let me just see. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can qualify for. I did get a few quotes from Mexico because my aunts and uncles are able to help me. But honestly, my mother-in-law was the one that went above and beyond for me. She took the time to go to 3 different dentists, and she also has a personal dentist that she likes to go to. And I got a quote. So what I did was I took a picture of everything. Everything was done through WhatsApp, guys. I communicated with the dentist. I told them what they told me here. I used Google to translate a lot of the things. For my luck and my blessing, the dentist that I worked with in Peru is perfect. Like he speaks English and Spanish, so to me it was just easier for me to go there and get the job done there. And everything was just so simple. He worked with me one on one. I told him the needs. I told him that, because of my job, I just needed something that said I needed to travel for a year to at least get half of the work done, right? For not even a fourth of the price, guys, not even a quarter of the price. So once I got the quote from Peru, he took a picture of it, he scanned it, sent it to me. Everything was done through PDF. How did you get around taxi, Uber for long distances? Um, where? I've been to Oscar Vasquez. How did you get around taxi, Uber for long distances? I This year so far, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Colombia, and I've been to Peru. And in Colombia, I got around pretty much with taxi. I use DD or InDriver for Colombia. In Mexico, same, DD and InDriver. Not those personalized. Sometimes the taxis, yeah, but you have to negotiate with them. For long distance, the bus station is called ADO. They are able to, you can really basically get around anywhere with that bus station, with that bus line. So I'm currently in Cancun, guys. This is, like I said, my 8th time leaving the country, and I don't regret it. every time I'm nervous, every time I go and I'm, TSA, I'm like, damn, but I mean, I'm not sneaking anything. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to. I do take alcohol, food. This trip, my mother-in-law who lives in Peru was able to meet me here in Cancun, so we spent a few days here. Last week I was in Peru. I went to Peru to continue some of my work. So I'm very blessed. This has been my eighth trip, and not for nothing. A lot of times people ask me how or how'd you do it, and honestly, back to the application. So once I got everything, I did the translations by myself. I did not pay a lawyer. I went to CVS. I printed pictures of my teeth. I over exaggerated. I cried. I poured my feelings out. I made sure that I went above and beyond. I made sure that because I don't have insurance. So what I did was every time that I applied for health insurance and I got those rejection letters, I added those too, aside from my affidavit letter. Not for nothing, guys, but I think that if you make your affidavit letter very strong, and you pour your feelings out, you kind of have to tell the officer exactly what you want and why you want it, and that's your perfect time. Bree Beltran Carr, what advice would you give to someone applying for the first time for AP? Well, I get asked that a lot. I get a lot of private messages. I have been posting recently that we do offer one-on-one, um, that we do offer consultations. You do have it's a donation, but my best advice to you would be read, do your homework, take the time to read the guides, find your reason why. Like, why do you want to apply? Where do you want to apply to? And make sure that your case is extra strong, whether you're visiting a grave, whether it's for travel for work, education, humanitarian reasons. Really, really focus. A lot of the times you guys don't read the guides. A lot of the times you guys just like, oh my God, I want it. And you want someone to do the work for you. But I had to do my own work. We all have to do our homework. We all have to do, we do, this is a nonprofit organization where we do offer help. But guys, it's like, pour your feelings out. Don't be scared. If not, I wouldn't be live from Cancun right now because I had someone do it for me. A lot of the times people tell me I'm scared and I get it. I get it. I mean, my first time, I didn't really know what AP was. I used a lawyer. I regret it. I only had a short time, one entry, but you can do it on your own. Don't be afraid. I can do this in Spanish as well because there's a lot of Spanish speaking people that are here. So in about 10-15 minutes, I'll start saying in Spanish. Así es, Oguana, sí, sus experiencias me ayudan muchísimo. Salvador, ¿cómo estás? Sí, así es. Honestamente, como les decía y les comentaba, mi nombre es Ana Brenda Vega. Esta es mi octava vez saliendo del país con Advanced Pro. La primera vez, lastimosamente, como no sabía de este grupo, apliqué usando una abogada. Me arrepiento, sí, porque la verdad que no sabía que podía pedir múltiples entradas, no sabía que podía pedir un año, pero bueno, encontré este grupo en TikTok. Y la verdad, me animé mucho. Le pedí mi aplicación inicial a mi abogada y mi abogada me lo entregó sin ningún problema. Me metí al grupo, leí las guías, miré los videos de YouTube y me puse a enfocar en cuál sería mi motivo. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué quiero aplicar? ¿Para qué puedo aplicar yo en mi situación para que me puedan dar 365 días con entradas múltiples? Y en esta ocasión, mi motivo era dental, por motivos que, buenas noches desde Londres. Hi, Hugo. Y como bueno, entonces lo hice yo sola, fui muy creativa. La verdad me esforcé, lloré durante todo el proceso porque solamente en pensar que esta sería mi oportunidad perfecta para poder pedir y esperar, ¿no? Rezar mucho, ser muy positiva a que me dieran exactamente lo que había pedido. María González, Ana Brenda, muy feliz por usted que tiene la dicha para hacer todas sus metas y Cancún, wow, mi sueño, uno de ellos. Eh, Gracias, María González. Honestamente, soy muy bendecida. Todos estos viajes han sido gracias a mi pareja y a mi suegra. Honestamente, sí, estoy muy bendecida de poder hacer, cumplir todas mis metas, ¿no? Y estar acá en Cancún nuevamente. He tenido la bendición de conocer a Bogotá, Colombia, y ya 2 veces me he ido a Perú. Entonces, si yo lo puedo hacer, honestamente ustedes pueden. Si se trata de temas de dinero, mi consejo es ahorren mucho. Yo trabajo 2 trabajos y a veces hasta tengo mi propia compañía de cosas que yo hago, on the side, as a side hustle, porque honestamente lo vale todo. La vida es una sola. Tuve que esperar 22 años para poder salir la primera vez de Estados Unidos y honestamente, no me arrepiento. Cada vez que estoy aquí en México, wow, se siente tan lindo, ¿no? Poder comer rico, pasarla bien, y decir que este ha sido mi octavo viaje internacional a Estados Unidos. Sí, muchas gracias. So basically, guys, what I was saying is that yes, Maria Gonzalez said that she is very happy for me, that I have been very blessed this year to be able to travel, to be able to, reach a lot of my goals and to be in Cancun. And honestly, like I said, in a lot of my videos, I have been very blessed to be here because of my fiance and my mother-in-law. I'm here by myself currently. They left back to Peru this morning. My flight back home is tomorrow. I This is my eighth international flight this year, and I am so happy. I'm gonna squeeze the lime out of my AP, and honestly, I'm just very blessed. I can't express it anymore. Are you at a resort or family? What do you recommend? Oscar Vasquez. Honestly, this is my fourth time in Mexico and my fourth time in Cancun. I've never done a resort because I am more of a YouTube person. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos. There's these girls that are like Misias pero viajeras, like that's their name. And I just watch their videos and they basically like give you a lot of like recommendations and things to do. Google Maps, I pin dropped a lot of the things. So I don't have family in Cancun. Every time that I've been to Cancun, it's been Airbnb. I don't regret it. I'm super close to everything. At this point, I've taken buses, taxis, a bus, like one of those, it's called ADO. And my recommendation to you, I mean, if you have the time, money for a resort, go for it. But me personally, in my situation, I never really wanted the experience because if you're in a resort, like if you don't leave the resort, did you really go somewhere? Like, did you really go to that country? Did you really enjoy? Did you know? I mean, personally. Um, but honestly, I've never had a bad experience in any Airbnb that I've done. So to me, I Airbnb all the way. But I've seen a lot of nice resorts here, to be honest with you, if that's, just if you're motivated to like be here. So, um, like I said, guys, my advanced parole was I asked for 365 days, multiple entries, como les había dicho. Mi advanced parole, la aplicación que yo pedí fue de 300, fue aprobada por 365 días con entradas múltiples y eso fue lo que me dieron. Yo lo pedí. To me, if you want to go to a resort, just save money and go to Florida. This is true, Hugo. Like I said, Hugo saying para él que si quieres ir a un resort, que mejor ahorres dinero y te vayas a Florida. Es la verdad, honestamente. Cada vez que he venido acá a Cancún la he pasado muy bien y siempre ha sido con un Airbnb, entonces no sé lo que es un resort. Sorry, guys. Um, Honestly, every time that I've been to rather Cancun, Mexico, I've been to Colombia, Peru. I've never done a resort because I don't know what a resort would feel like. I feel like if I don't get lost and I don't ask every corner lady or every guy that I see, excuse me, where's a certain place? I don't think I really visited the country, or visited or had fun. None, but not to discourage anybody. I feel like, hey, if you really, want to do a resort, you should go ahead, solo write about it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've traveled a lot on my own. A few times to Mexico, I've been on my own. And I love it. I mean, I love it out here, guys. I don't feel left out. There's a lot of tourists everywhere here and in Dayfield from where I'm from. And I enjoy every step of the way. So, some of the tips that I can also tell you guys is that to really go above and beyond for your application, to get creative, get emotional, find different reasons. Okay. Miguel, there are a lot of people who have double entry who are scared to apply for AP. Any advice you can share? Yeah, Miguel. Hugo. Hugo is my advice. Honestly, Hugo has an order of removal, and he's out here living his life. He's in London right now. So honestly, if he can make it back and forth, why can't we? As long as I mean, you have DACA. Do you have DACA number one? Um, Honestly, like when does it expire? What would you be applying for? Don't be scared. I mean, if Ugo has a removal order and he's making it back and forth places, I don't see why not you. Maria Gonzalez, if I ask for multiple entries, puedo ir a diferentes países? That's a good question, Maria. Let me tell you in English and let me tell you in Spanish, okay? A lot of people ask me, how are you Mexican? Went to Colombia, went to Peru, right? So, what I did, there's a section on the application that states specifically what other countries do you want to go to. So, the only reason why I really put all these countries was because what if I had a connection flight? They don't know that. You put it on your application, it's on your app, and the countries that you list are the countries that you can go to. So, esa es una buena pregunta de María González. Si yo pido entradas múltiples, ¿puedo ir a diferentes países? Esa es una buena pregunta. ¿Cómo te dice? En la aplicación, hay un lugar a donde te dice a qué otros países deseas ir. Y yo puse Colombia, puse Perú, puse Brasil, puse Santo Domingo, puse Panamá, puse Canadá. Eh, por temas de si me tocaba, como yo pedí para ir a Perú a hacerme tratamiento en Perú, por si tenía que hacer una escala. Ellos no saben si vas a tener una escala, no la vas a tener, si la vas a tener. Ellos no saben nada de eso. Entonces, en esa parte yo puse esos países y me aprobaron y puedes ir a los países a donde te aprueban. So, the reason why, like in my application, I put Peru, Colombia, Canada, Brazil, Panama. I put DR, Canada. So the reason why I put that is because, like I said, a connection flight. I mean, they didn't ask me why. They didn't ask me for proof of connection flights. They don't know that. Whatever countries you put on your applications are the countries you can go to. When coming back to the US and El Cuartito, what are the most common questions I have asked you? Breeze Belton Car. Hi. I basically know all TSA. It's the same faces, except not this time. From when I was going from Lima to Fort Lauderdale, I had a new officer. Super nice, super chill, same questions. Where are you coming from? Are you bringing any food, alcohol? And that's it. Like maybe once or twice they've asked me why, like why from Colombia. Colombia, they really asked me a lot of questions. But it's only because it was Colombia. That's really the officer asked me when I was traveling from Colombia to Miami. And in Miami it's different. But in the famous Cuartito, honestly, I'm very calm. It's really not a cuartito, guys. It's like a waiting room. It looks like a waiting room. Every cuartito, every waiting room is different. I've only really went to Miami and Fort Lauderdale. This time I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. So they, again, basic questions. They don't ask for proof of my dental work. They don't ask for Like, oh, let me see if no, like, where are you coming from? Are you bringing anything? Sometimes they ask me if I have money with me. That's it. Honestly, it's really not a lot that they ask for, guys. It's really not that they're gonna ask me how many times I've entered. I mean, come on, this is my eighth. This is gonna be my eighth time. You know, my eighth stamp on my passport. You know, what are they going to tell me? Like, what they're going to ask me the same questions, and I'm just going to answer. My best advice to answering these questions is they're not open ended. Yes, no, short and simple. Where are you coming from? Mexico. How long were you there? 5 days. Are you bringing food? Yes. Are you bringing alcohol? Yes. Period. Like, nothing else. You go about your business and you just in and out. You do have to pass that kind of inspection. So, do you want to see if depending on what kind of day they're having is going to be the kind of day that they're just, it's just gonna be one of those days. That's it. That's it. Um, So, la pregunta que me hizo Beltrán Carr me dice que qué clase, que regresando a los Estados Unidos, en el famoso cuartito, eh, ¿cuáles son las preguntas más comunes? Honestamente, no preguntan mucho, no les importa, honestamente, muchas cosas que hiciste en tu viaje o a veces te preguntan el motivo, ¿no? Pero honestamente, solamente he viajado a Miami, a Fort Lauderdale, he llegado a Miami, a Fort Lauderdale. em, en Miami sí, después de que llegué de Colombia me hicieron un poquito más de preguntas, un poquito más intenso, ahí sí me revisaron la maleta porque estaba regresando de Colombia, pero cuando viajé de Perú no me preguntaron mucho, cuando viajo de México tampoco. You must look like a drug mule because I've never had my bags checked. That was Colombia. Colombia, yo, they checked me. Hugo, let me tell you, Colombia was real. Colombia, they really checked my luggage. They really, and I was like, damn, all right, fine, whatever. But, and I also had like things from Peru in Colombia from my Colombia trip because my mother-in-law met me there. So that's a whole different situation. But anyway, so honestamente las preguntas son básicas, a dónde, cuántos días, a dónde fuiste. A veces te preguntan, a veces no, dependiendo en qué humor está el oficial. Miguel, do you recommend requesting AF before applying for AP or does DACA enough protection? Miguel, you do not need to file or request your FOIA before applying for AP. I didn't apply. And or does DACA provide enough protection? My question to you again is your DACA current? When does it expire? Uh, that would be my only really, like I no, you do not need to do that. So I'll leave it open so you guys can ask more questions. I don't, um, I feel like I gained so much weight, guys, from all this traveling, but it's all right because New Year, new who this, holidays, we're good. Yo siento que voy a dejarles esto abierto. Okay, so Miguel, if it's current, up to date, you don't need to file for none of that. Like I said, I think you should definitely search Google on the group and see he's in London right now with an order of removal and he's living his best life. My next application, I'm definitely going to the UK because or Europe somewhere, anywhere. But Mexico, I love it and all, but your girl got to get out, out, out. La próxima vez, dime María González. Um, Next time, guys, my next application, I'm going all out. If you guys think I went out for this application, I'm going all out. And I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to do step by step. I'm going to ask for a lot of countries. I'm going to ask, basically, if I could go all the way around the world, halfway around the world, I would, Baby, London is bougie. That's dork. Oh, I can't. Dime Maria Gonzalez, I can't. I hear. Listen, London is bougie, but Tulum, let me tell you, Tulum be thinking we out here billionaires, and Cancun is expensive as is. Like, not for nothing, guys. I ain't here for luxury. Like, I'm here because my mother-in-law um came from Peru here, and I met her here, and that's really because it was a family vacation. A ver, María González, diga que le funcionó para comprar sus pasajes de vuelo, please. Tengo 32 años aquí y jamás he salido. ¿Algún tip, please? Diga que le funcionó para comprar sus pasajes de vuelo. María González, honestamente lo que yo hice, he viajado con JetBlue, American Airlines, United Airlines. Eh, Puedes entrar a Google, buscar las fechas, comparar precios y entra en modo incógnito para que no vean y no te cobren tanto. Y honestamente, eh, te recomiendo que lo compres con anticipación si puedes, si no, pues obviamente es lo que hay. Pero yo usé Google, con Google y yo tengo la aplicación de básicamente todas las aerolíneas porque a veces acumulas puntos por viaje. Yo sé que no has salido, no has viajado, pero te lo recomiendo para que te puedas ahorrar. Maria Gonzalez asked me what is a good tip for like buying plane tickets. Google, guys. Google's the best bet. Lorena Mendez. Hugo, what were your reasons for travel? Oh yeah, I want to go all over Mexico. Um, Hugo, that's on you. Yeah, Tulum, he escuchado tantas cosas bonitas. María González, sí, Tulum es muy bonito, créeme, es hermoso, pero es caro. Sí, es caro. Anyone wants to go to Cancun next year with me? LOL, enjoy it, girl. Let's go. I'm going back. I'll be back in Cancun. Cancun is expensive. I was there last week. Thankfully, my brother owns a house there, so saved a lot in hotel. Yeah, Lorena, honestamente, I'd be like, damn, why is that tamal 20 pesos? Like, damn. Honestly, Cancun is expensive. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, why is my tamal like 20, 30 pesos? Should not. Hugo, humanitarian main reason was to care for my brother in need. Brazil, then I had other reasons along with other countries, as long as the main reason was that's strong enough. They do not care about adding other countries. Okay. Maribel Martínez, ¿qué fechas pediste en tu aplicación y qué fechas te dieron ellos en tu permiso? Bueno, eh, no pedí fechas, pedí 365 días con entradas múltiples y desde el día que me lo aprobaron, desde que me aprobaron mi caso, ese mismo día me dieron un año con entradas múltiples. So, exactamente lo que yo pedí, porque fechas exactas no pedí. Hay una área en la aplicación a donde te dice cuántos días quieres y cuántas entradas. Y yo les dije que quería salir lo más antes posible. Puse 365 días con entradas múltiples y eso fue exactamente lo que me aprobaron. Maribel Martinez asked me what dates did I ask for and what my application and what dates did they give me. I didn't ask for specific dates. I wanted to leave ASAP. I requested 365 days for multiple entries and with multiple entries and they approved me for that. Any more questions? Let's see. Let's see. I think I answered everybody, right? I don't want to leave. De nada, Maribel. Honestamente, el motivo por el cual yo quise hacer este live desde Cancún era porque eh, quiero motivarlos a ustedes que apliquen. La verdad que apliquen, que no tengan miedo. Esta sería mi octava vez aplicando por Advance Pro, para salir de fuera del país con Advance Pro. Guys, honestly, the reason why I'm doing this live from Cancun, Mexico is because I want to motivate everybody to apply, to not be scared. And I will be posting updates once I get back to the US. Um, Maitel Estrella, what was your reason? My reason was dental. I applied for dental. The country was Peru. I'm from Mexico, and I asked for 365 days with multiple entries, and that's what I got. Maybel, ¿cuál fue mi motivo? Maite, sorry, Estrella, me preguntó que cuál fue el motivo. Mi razón fue motivos dental en el país de Perú y soy de México y pedí 365 días con entradas múltiples y eso fue lo que me aprobaron. I applied November 18 with treatment. Pray for me. Gladys Quiroz, I am praying for you. I hope that you get exactly what you asked for, and if not more. For how long are you there this time? In Mexico, today, right now, I am only here for 5 days. I leave tomorrow. Tomorrow's my fifth day, and I enjoyed every second of it. but this is my eighth time try. What is wrong with my English today, guys? Sorry. This whole English, Spanish, Spanglish. Yeah, yeah. I hope y'all understand me. Eh, Me preguntó que por cuánto tiempo estoy acá en México esta vez. Mañana sería mi quinto día. Y disculpen mi inglés, español. Ahorita estoy como que tratando de, eh, cambiar en mi cabeza el inglés al español, como que me está costando un poquito. Em, Maribel Martínez, mi hija hoy cumple sus 40 semanas de embarazo y en este mes metería su aplicación. Espero que Dios la ayude. Honestamente hay que ser muy positivas. Espero que la verdad la aprueben y que ella de verdad aplique, que aplique y que la aprueben. Miguel, I need my wisdom teeth removed. Is that enough for me to apply for? I'm going to be honest with you, Miguel. Miguel me acaba de preguntar que necesita sacarse las, creo que son wisdom teeth muelas, right? My advice to you is to go get a quote, go to a bougie place, use Groupon if you have to, and get a quote, the most expensive one. Take pictures of your teeth inside, like that, inside. Print them and make your case strong. And you can throw grave, you can throw education, you can make your case extra strong, Miguel. Miguel me acaba de preguntar que si eso sería lo suficiente. Yo honestamente, oh, cordiales se llaman en español. Gracias, María González, translating. Em, que hagas tu caso más fuerte, que la verdad te tomes fotos, que vayas a un lugar, que tengas una cuota cara, veas qué más necesitas. Puedes aplicar, agregar si vas a ir a visitar una tumba por motivos de trabajo, educación, lo que tú quieras, pero haz tu caso fuerte. Wow, qué idea traerme fotos. Claro, María, honestamente, yo me tomé fotos. Yo me tomé fotos de mis dientes, así. O sea, a mí no me importó. Muelas de juicio. Gracias, Maite Estrella. Muelas de juicio. I knew it was something muelas, guys, honestamente, eso fue lo que yo hice. Yo honestamente con mi celular le tomé fotos y me fui a CVS y las imprimí y las agregué. Porque yo honestamente tuve que hacer todo lo posible y imposible para que de verdad mi caso sea lo suficiente fuerte para que me aprueben por ese motivo. Em, Miguel, no salirme de tema, honestamente, lo que yo les recomiendo a todos, no solamente a ti, es de que busques mi nombre en el grupo y ahí te vas a dar cuenta de cosa por cosa, paso por paso de lo que hice. Guys, not for nothing. I mean, like I said, this is not to brag. This is only to motivate you guys. We are not lawyers and we are not, giving you legal advice. But from my personal experience, do your research and search my name. And excuse me, if you have to book one-on-one with us so that we can help you, you're more than welcome to, okay? Yo puse limpieza, removo muelas y frenos. Gladys Quiroz, me parece perfecto. Usted lo mandó por correo por el Pro. Sí, María González, yo mandé mi aplicación por correo. Me acuerdo que me tardé un poquito más de 3 semanas en terminar mi aplicación porque quería asegurarme que tenía todo bien, todo listo, ni un error, porque nos puede pasar. La repasé yo, la repasó mi pareja, lo repasó mi amigo, lo repasó todo ok, todo bien. Perfecto. Yo hice la traducción yo sola, yo hice toda la aplicación sola y lo mandé yo por correo, sí. Guys, what I did was I personally sent my application by myself. So it took me a little over 3 weeks to finish it, but I did it because I was like, you know what? Your girl cannot make a mistake. It happens to all of us. But I had to make sure that my application was like 100% like accurate, zero mistakes, because I was like, nah, I cannot make any more mistakes. I need this to be like legit and accurate. So that's exactly what I did. No, yes, I did send it. I mailed it in because I wanted to make sure that I didn't want to do it online. I felt like it was more personal if I submitted it because I mean, I did take my time to do the translation. I got it certified. So, yo honestamente sí lo mandé físicamente la aplicación porque quería asegurarme de que eh, lo hice yo personalmente y que lo había hecho bien. Any more questions, guys? Let's see. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Les puedo decir otras recomendaciones. Si se trata de dental, lo que yo les recomiendo es que para que no paguen muy caro en un examen, que busquen en Groupon. A veces hay especiales de dentistas que te pueden hacer una limpieza, unos rayos X, algo, pero siempre pidan copias de eso. Do you guys have any other questions? Another will they let my kids into the cuartito? Yeah, Miguel, they will let your kids. I mean, honestly, it's really not a cuartito. It's a waiting room, and they can come with you, or they can wait if you're traveling with someone else. Um, ¿Es confiable viajar con la combo card? Eh, that's a good question. But yes, to my knowledge, si es confiable viajar con la Combo Card. Lo que yo también te recomiendo es con la Combo Card porque he visto muchos, yo no la tengo, he visto muchos Dreamers. Si ves en la página y lees en la página de nosotros, Dreamers Together, hay muchas personas que han viajado con el Combo Card. Si quieres, ve en la tarjeta dice la categoría y dinos qué categoría es. Pero no estoy muy tampoco te voy a decir que no, pero hay muchas personas que han viajado con ese combo card. Em, so like I was saying, guys, honestly, you can go to Groupon. There's a lot of Groupons that offer just to get like X-rays, cleaning, anything. So it's not expensive because you know dentists are expensive. You can definitely just make sure that you are getting a copy of everything. I got everything emailed. I took pictures of the pictures. I took pictures of the X-rays. Just make sure you have all that, okay? And if one place gives you a low quote of like 800 to 1,000, guys, go do your research, go to another place, look for something or add on to your application. Y si un lugar, como les digo, chicos, solamente le da una cuota de 800,000 dólares y quieren asegurarse de que hagan su caso lo suficiente fuerte, Groupon tiene muchas ofertas, muchos especiales, a donde si en un lugar te dicen una cosa, ve y pide otra. O sea, sigue buscando, sigue haciendo, sigue para que te puedan dar una cuota más alta. Miguel, if my wife and kids are U.S. citizens, what line do I wait in at U.S. Customs? Honestly, you can go on the line with them, and then once they're done with everybody, they're gonna either separate you or you can go together into second inspection. Miguel preguntó que si su esposa es ciudadana y sus hijos también, ¿en qué línea se para? Honestamente puede ser en cualquier línea. Cuando terminen con ellos o los separan o van todos a la sala de espera para la segunda inspección. Para, den- para dental work, how much do they be okay to apply? If they give you 1K, 2K, is that enough? Yvette González me preguntó que para dental, cuánto dinero sería lo suficiente como para aplicar la cotización. Si te cotizan 1,000, 2,000, eso sería suficiente. A ver, like I said, I personally needed work for 10 grand, not including a dental surgeon. So my best advice to you is to continue to add on to make your case stronger. Go to a different place, over exaggerate, take pictures of exactly what you need done, and make sure that your quote is definitely less. Ok, so María González, has visto desde 3,000 dólares. So, como te dije, mi trabajo en el. So, María, like I said, I personally needed 10K done, but it's completely, they've seen cases of being approved of 3K. But my personal advice to everybody, especially for dental and how things are like now, with like now that we have to get a little fancy, we got to get a little picky, we got to get a little extra to definitely make your case stronger. Okay, o sea, gente aquí en las redes sociales. Sí, 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 María González, como me decía, sí, eso es correcto. Acá en el grupo nos han aprobado hasta de 3,000, pero Ivette, como te decía, yo honestamente pienso que eh, enfócate en hacer tu caso muy fuerte. No solamente tiene que ser dental, puede ser una tumba, puede ser visitar a un familiar enfermo de tu esposo, siempre haciendo el caso más fuerte, ¿ok? A ver, yo también tenía la opción de aplicar para una tumba, pero honestamente necesitaba ya hacerme un tratamiento dental, entonces solamente apliqué por motivos dental. Honestly, guys, to my application, I could have added a tombstone, but to visit a grave, but I honestly at that time I had a really bad infection. I needed work done, so I only applied for dental because by the time I got the um the death certificate, by the time I got my grandfather's birth certificate, it was just too much. So I couldn't wait. I just applied and I said, I'll leave it in God's hands. Um, let's see, María González, Ana Brenda, ¿sabes? Mi hija 21 born. Okay. Mi hija and I have illegal entrance skills. She's actually going to be 22 very soon and I have not done that yet. Sabes, mi hija de 21 años, nacida ahí, and I have a legal interest que ustedes gonna be 22 very soon, and I have not done it. María González, yo honestamente, o sea, ¿qué estás esperando? Porque honestamente el tiempo pasa y los años pasan, el dinero se trabaja, ahorra, honestamente. ¿Tienes DACA? Si tienes DACA, en la Carla, wow, ¿qué más te puedo decir? ¿Me entiendes? Pero yo entiendo, a veces el miedo, yo todavía me pongo nerviosa, yo todavía, o sea, me toca empacar la última maleta ahorita y yo, bueno, ¿qué más? Bueno, estoy pensando en qué voy a cenar y qué voy a comer mañana temprano, ¿no? Para que se me quite la ansiedad. Honestly, guys, when it comes to applying, I am very nervous. I still have to pack my second luggage and I'm still like, oh my God, like, okay. Well, let me not get nervous because I already know what to expect. Um, and I'm like, all right, well, what am I gonna have for dinner? What am I gonna eat tomorrow for breakfast? So I can kind of like, not get so like, oh my God, into my emotions. Because let me tell you, like anxiety is real and I do have anxiety and it's every single time I travel, guys, okay? Déjenme les digo que la ansiedad de verdad existe, la ansiedad, yo sufro de ansiedad y la verdad no sé cómo ha sido posible que este sería mi octavo viaje fuera de Estados Unidos. O sea, a veces ni lo creo y yo me pongo a pensar en qué pensarían ustedes, ¿no? Que no han viajado, ni siquiera han aplicado. Y entiendo el temor, entiendo el que, ay, qué pasaría, ay, que he escuchado tanto. O sea, honestamente, no hay motivo por el cual no te dejen entrar si tienes Advance Parole. Me pasó en Colombia que por la aerolínea no estaba familiarizada y no sabían el proceso, pero de que me dejaban subir, me dejaron subir. O sea, ellos se tienen que comunicar con la embajada y todo porque tienen que dejarte regresar. Eh, y no te pueden negar la entrada. Si te pasaste de la fecha o todo lo que tú digas, sí, pero de ahí para adelante no. Basically, guys, what I was saying is that I know it's very scary. It's a very scary situation, and I know and I hear you and I get it. It happens to me every time, but honestly, there's no reason why they should deny your entry. It happened to me in Colombia. When I was in Colombia, the airline was not really familiar with it with AP and how to go about AP and everything. But they let me in. I mean, they let me on the plane. It's not like I did something wrong. It's not that you can't go in unless you overstay or you did like that's the only reason. But honestly, there's no reason why they should. Yvette Gonzalez, have you applied for the same reason when you tried to apply again? Have No, it's my first time applying by myself for dental, and my second time I will add dental, but it's not gonna only be my third time, I'm sorry. This is my second time, but my second time applying for AP, but it's by myself. The first time I was with a lawyer. The third time that I'll be applying, which will be my second time by myself, I will use dental as a reason, but it's not going to be the only reason why. I want to do tombstone, I want to do education, I want to do work, and humanitarian reasons. So I'm going to do all four for my next application. Miguel, will AP really help me adjust my status without having to do consular process? I don't have double entry. My parents brought me here when I was a child. Miguel, yes, yes, it will help you. It counts as a legal entrance. Um, and uh, it will definitely help you. Like, it'll definitely help you. Listen, people have adjusted their status through marriage, through work. So, yes, it really does help you. And that's my best advice. I think that if I have not motivated you enough today by me telling you I am currently live in Cancun, Mexico, and that this is my eighth time leaving the country this year, I don't know what else to tell you because, um, uh, I mean, Ugo has a removal order and is currently in London. And we're out here all traveling. So, and this is not like I said, guys, this is not for me to show off. This is not for me to be like, oh my God, like, brag. Absolutely not. This is because I care. I am a volunteer for Dreamers Together. I love this group. I am happy to be part of the team. And I really want to just motivate everybody to just apply. What is stopping you? We have one on one consultations. We can help you. Do not private message me because at the end of the day, I will not answer. Sorry, guys. Miguel, honestamente, si con toda mi historia no te he logrado motivar, no sé qué más decirte, porque la verdad que todos estos videos, todo lo que yo hago, soy voluntaria acá, estoy tan agradecida de ser parte de este equipo. Es mi octava vez fuera de Estados Unidos este año y si con esto no logro motivarte, no sé, porque honestamente estoy muy agradecida, muy bendecida. Ofrecemos consultas uno a uno a donde te podemos ayudar, cómo empezar, qué hacer, pero o sea, tú también, ustedes también tienen que poner su parte, ¿no? Y honestamente, con toda la sinceridad del mundo, no me manden mensajes privados porque no los voy a contestar. Si quieren pueden comentar acá o pueden buscarnos en el grupo, pueden hacer su cita, pero honestamente no voy a contestar mensajes privados. And we have about 6 more minutes. Let's see if anybody has other questions. Tenemos como unos 6, 8 minutos. Vamos a ver si alguien más tiene una pregunta. What type of dental estimate or procedures can we request from dentists in the US? Well, that's a good question. Gady, Amaya. I honestly needed a cleaning. I needed surgery to remove this tooth and to put a bridge. And I needed an implant. I needed four root canals and four bridges. So that's what I got. That's what I need, and that's what I got. That's what I asked for. So it's not that you ask or request, but you can basically cleaning, braces, removal of your teeth. Just when you go and get your quote, just make sure that you get exactly what you need. And if you're not happy with that place, go look for another place. Gary me preguntó que qué clase de estimado o procedimientos se pueden pedir en Estados Unidos. Yo honestamente necesitaba un tratamiento largo, extenso, hasta cirugía para un implante. Y yo honestamente no es algo que se pueda pedir, es algo que es lo que necesitas. Y si no estás feliz con ese lugar, lo que yo te recomiendo es que honestamente vayas a otro lugar, vayas y te des otra cuota, que te den otra cuota. María González, yo después que encontré este grupo, girl, ya tengo hasta el death certificate de mi bisabuela listo para traducir. Me alegro, María. Honestamente, a finales de enero voy a meter mi tercera aplicación y pero mi segunda aplicación sola. Guys, honestly, at the end of 4 months before, 4 to 6 months before my this advanced parole expires, I'm gonna submit my next application. It's gonna be my third AP application, but it's gonna be the second one by myself because this one I did by myself. The first one I did with the lawyer, which I regretted, but let's see. We have about 5 minutes, guys. Like I said, my name is Ana Brenda Vega. I hope that I was able to motivate you and I hope that I was able to transmit my message of being positive and being able to um, give you a little bit of knowledge, encouragement, wisdom of like doing it, apply, go for it, okay? Honestamente, como les decía, mi nombre es Ana Brenda Vega. Si con este mensaje no logré motivar, es para que se animen, no se den por vencidos, apliquen, no le tengan miedo. Estamos aquí para ayudarlos. Honestamente, con toda la sinceridad del mundo, me gustaría ver que todos apliquen y que todos se motiven y que todos vayan y visiten a la gente que no han visto. Yo tuve que esperar 22 años para salir del país. Y la única cosa que me arrepiento es no haberlo hecho antes. Honestly, guys, the only regret I have is not applying sooner. Miguel, thank you for your help, motivation and advice. Gracias a ustedes, honestamente lo hago porque, gracias Miguel, honestamente lo hago porque quisiera verlos a todos que puedan cumplir su sueño, ¿no? Honestly, guys, thank you guys for the support. I honestly want and hope that you guys do apply as soon as possible. Rayo Avitia, y si ya se le pasó la fecha que me puso para viajar, ¿qué puedes hacer? A mi hijo le pidieron los biometrics y le dieron cita el 14 de septiembre y hasta ahorita no tiene respuesta. Honestamente, tienes que esperar, hay que ser muy pacientes. Las fiestas, las fiestas nos tienen mal a todos porque eso es lo que también atrasa todo. Usted, Rayo Avitia asked what happens if the date you asked for already passed. Her son, they asked for biometrics and they gave the appointment for September 14th. And up till now, there's no answer. Honestly, the only thing that we can do at this point is wait because um, the holidays just have messed up everybody, you know. Ustedes ayudan con AOS. No ayudamos al extento como con DACA renewals y con advance parole, pero lo que sí hacemos es que tenemos consultas con AOS. Mi hijo se mete en línea y solo dice que está en proceso. Sí, lastimosamente tenemos que esperar hasta que si le dan un RFE o le piden más cosas, pero sí, lastimosamente lo único que queda es esperar. Nadia Gonzalez, going to renew my DACA next month. Then we'll get started to fill out my AP. Going to apply to see my cousin who might need a liver transplant. For doctor's letters, do they need to be the original copies or copies of, and how recent? Nadia González, vas a renovar tu DACA y después vas a llenar la aplicación, vas a ir a ver a un primo que necesita un trasplante, posiblemente necesita un trasplante y la letra del doctor que tiene que ser original o copias y qué tan reciente. Nadia González, hi. The letter has to be now within 3 months. So let's say you're applying in November, you got to send it ASAP. So once the application leaves, once you send your application, just make sure it's like 3-4 months recent. Does that make sense? And copies, guys, no originals, copies of anything that you send is always copies. La carta del doctor tiene que ser no más de 3 meses antigua. 4 meses ya sería mucho. Y honestamente te recomiendo que hagas tu caso fuerte porque estás visitando a tu primo. Y si quieres entradas múltiples o lo que gustes, pero siempre te recomiendo que le agregues más a eso, porque desde mayo la recibieron. Sí, Rayo Avita, lastimosamente, como te dije, eh, tenemos que esperar. Es lo único que te puedo decir. Puede escribir un mensaje a Emma meterse y hablar, chatear con Emma en USCIS. Emma es un sistema automático que te puede ayudar a contestar varias preguntas. Y chicos, todo lo que ustedes manden puede ser copias. No manden nada de original, por favor. María González, voy a aclarar esto eh, porque no es un tema de discusión. Uno puede discutir conmigo, puede discutir, podemos hablar tú y yo todo lo que tú quieras, pero con Estados Unidos no vas a discutir. Eh, Necesitas tener todas tus vacunas, 2 vacunas mínimo. Okay, guys, this is just so that I can confirm. We're not going to argue. We're not going to go back and forth. This is not, you can go back and forth with me, but you can't go back and forth with America, basically, you know? You need to have at least 2 COVID shots, period. Anytime that I travel, COVID shots. The airline will ask me when I go there, they ask me for my vaccination card. Vaccines are mandatory. DACA recipient, you need your vaccines. Chicos, como bueno le digo, necesitas tener tus 2 vacunas. Si tienes DACA y quieres regresar a Estados Unidos, la aerolínea te lo pide y si no te lo pide la aerolínea, cuando tú llegues allá te lo piden. Eh, Gracias por tu respuesta. De nada, espero que los haya podido ayudar. Bueno, muchas gracias. Me encantó, fue un placer compartir este live con ustedes. Y let's see, Nadia, thank you. Seeing all the posts encourage me. So happy to see everyone traveling and getting their approvals. Yes, Nadia, I hope so too. I wish you the best of luck. I pray that everybody that applies gets approved. Hi, I'm traveling December 13th, returning the 31st. This group motivated me so much. You make me feel more confident going. I was so scared to go, thinking the worst. Looking at you, be confident makes me think positive. Ay, thank you, Lupita Jesus Santos. Honestamente, um, listen, it's my 8th time. You can look at all my pictures, look at all my posts. I hope that you don't get scared. I hope that, and I pray that you enjoy every second of your trip. And I hope that you really enjoy and don't worry about anything. Anxiety is going to be there. Drink a beer. You'll be fine. Don't be scared. You listen, I get anxious and nervous every time, but it's okay because it's all normal. It's part of, traveling, especially if you haven't been outside the country. But this is my 8th time leaving the US and I don't regret any second of it. So I would post and upload when I go back to the US my famous experience in the Cuartito. Do you need a physical vaccine card or will picture work? Thanks again. Have a safe return. Honestly, I have both. I have a digital. Actually 3. I have a digital through CVS. I have my picture of it and I have the physical. So I recommend everybody have something because you're going to need it. Honestamente, mi último mensaje, como les decía, es que rezo mucho y espero que de verdad los aprueben. Espero que todos los que apliquen y que tengan miedo y por el miedo no han aplicado, espero que de verdad todo les salga bien y que con este mensaje de verdad se animen a aplicar. Y bueno, muchachos, eso sería todo. Cuando yo regrese a Estados Unidos, voy a poner fotos y les voy a decir de mi experiencia en el famoso cuartito. Y sí, que pasen buenas noches. All right, guys, have a good night. Take care. Thank you guys all for the support, for the lives, for just commenting and taking the time on this beautiful Sunday to interact with me. Cuídense. Muchas gracias a todos. Buenas noches. Gracias por tomarse tiempo este domingo en comunicarse conmigo, en tener comentarios, preguntas. Cuídense. Que pasen buenas noches.